Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Obey. Thank you for taking a few minutes to stop by the collection room. Today I am looking at some comics I got. As you know, recently I've been digging through and a lot of Hero Graphics Flair stuff, and I came across the character Sparkplug, which I believe is her sister, and I really love her design, her outfit, and everything like that. And I learned that there are Sparkplug comics from Heroic Publishing, which I was not aware of. So I picked these up. I saw them on eBay. The guy wanted like 10 bucks for the pair, and I just set them on the watch list. And he said he sent me an offer for $5 for the pair, and I was like, well, yeah, I'll take that. And about $3 shipping. So I got these, two of them for $8, which is expensive, but actually, considering this is $3.95 and $2.95, I guess they haven't gone up in price. So Sparkplug, let's figure out what year, because that's going to be important in my context here. 1993. So a lot of my Flair stuff is from 92, I think. This is a little bit after that. And then I think I have earlier Flair stuff from the 80s, but most of what I've been looking at is from 92, and then I have a bunch of the newer series. However, I was like, let's find out about Sparkplug. Oops, dropped it. So, I don't know a whole lot about the character, just came across her, learned her name, and was like, this is Flair's sister. I totally want to pick this book up and figure out more about this character. These are black and whites, which I'm fine with. A lot of Flair books were. A lot of them turned color later, but... So these are fairly difficult to locate, and they do have new, I think they made some, like, in the 2000s, they started publishing Flair again in different format. There was all color and glossy. I think they put out some Sparkplug books then, but these are the only ones I could find at the time. Shower scene. I guess. What is this? Is this like, it looks like an outfit with holes in it. That's not what water looks like. A goofy outfit with a hat, crown on there. What is what it is? A dynamic, like, kick that will make you flip over. There you go. Perfect. Oh, we got some great looking black and white art here. Pretty vibrant fights. It still, to me, feels more like an 80s comic than a 90s comic. But I kind of thought that with the Flair issues as well that I have. Because I'm used to seeing this kind of stuff from like 86. So to see it in 93, 92 just seems odd. The artist of DNA agents holds nothing back in this revealing collection of Will Minoy's, I think that's how you pronounce it, personal sketches. I just remember the name from Exo Squad and a whole bunch of other shows. He did really well. Exotic fantasy, interesting. All your back issues of Flair, which are very hard to come by. Angry about taking a beating from your local comic book store. Aren't we all? Well, the industry got in even on those comic book stores, and yeah, there isn't too many of them anymore. Up and coming, I have not seen many of those, but they know what's in your future. So there, one issue of Sparkplug, very excited about. Deluxe format, more pages. This just calls it Sparkplug number 2. This is also 93. So these are the only two old issues I could find. Thick box lines on the panels. I like that. Better than just a thick white line. I do think we could have some more single page splashes and stuff like that. It looks like, you know, you're packing it in pretty tight. And some of this art is almost looking image-like. Black and white, but image-like. So there we get one page that's a big spread. You don't get single page panels that often in here, but it looks like she's fighting a bunch of Cobra Commanders, so we'll go with that. Then we're back to our type panels. Art looks good. Wouldn't say that it's anything like to shriek about and go home to. It is, well, you know, that does look like late 90s image art, considering this is 93. There's something Liefeldian about the way they're doing hair, but no one has pockets or pouches, so it works. Then we can talk about Killing You. He looks like he's got, I don't know, that's kind of a weird panel. Raw Comics. Welcome to Rings for a Demon Part 2. Looks like something featuring She-Bat, which I have come across before, but not terribly familiar with. Wow, that is the most Scotsman-looking guy I've ever seen. For 10 years, he's been the pride of Atlanta. He never took a life, he never told a lie, he never used a drug, he never wore a condom. Too bad. HIV, no one is immune. Blackwatch. Huh. Okay, well that's weird. Weird. Never heard of that one. That might be one that they bury. The Height of Black and White, you have She-Bat, Reiki Warriors, Blackwatch, Mythfits, the Mythfits, Buck Naked. These are all on print with Heroic graphics at the time. Back issues from Heroic. I am not familiar with any of these except I've heard of She-Bat. I'm not very familiar with all of Heroic stuff except for Flare, Tigress, a couple other books. And next up, we have another Cutie Bunny book, and this is from a different publisher. So this is Uncle Joe's comic book. I don't know who's publishing this, but we'll take a look at it. It looks to be more of the same, similar type of Cutie Bunny type art and things like that, but definitely, let's see, the year. I'm looking for the year. 95. I think this is later than the others. So this is post-Eclipse. I couldn't remember what year Eclipse started distributing this, but just, oh my goodness, look at that. Look at how much and crazy amount of pencil work went into these pages. This is an obsessive amount. Your poor inker who had to deal with all this. I'm gonna say the art looks amazing and I really like it. And it looks like we've kind of dipped away from some of the Marvel parody and the DC parody, and we're kind of doing a little bit of our own thing here in Cutie Bunny. But very interesting. And it looks like we've gone to like a World War II era, because I see, looks like German planes. Oh yeah, definitely. Crazy manimal art. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, the art seems to bounce around because this looks way less condensed and less inked than the first couple pages did. But it looks like the same artist. So I don't know, maybe they just got tired of doing it that intensely. But definitely one of the stranger comics that I have come across and located, and that's why I'm intrigued by these when I find them, and I just gotta flip through them because other than this, I can't think of anything else that I've seen that looks quite like this or that's been done this way. With both a kind of a sexy parody, but also like really dumb and comedic and elfish looking almost. So I don't know where to come from on it. I just know that it's got a lot of work put into it and it's impressive looking. It's very impressive looking. Just the sheer amount of detail that they pumped into these pages. And that is madness. Madness. And the story even concludes on the back flap of the cover. So a lot of detail. And there, they also have been making these big wrap over covers. I love that. So I don't know how many more of these I can find. I've got 1 through 5, and then I've got this single issue, and it is what it is, but I'm pretty impressed to have it. Glad I found it. And last up, I have a copy of Hero Graphics Flare number 6, featuring the introduction of the Tigress. The Tigress got her own book later, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So Flare versus the Tigress, and I'm pretty sure this is Lady Arcane, just by the colors she's wearing. This is 1991, so this is older than the other issues of stuff we were looking at. It's not often you see Flare in color. She's predominantly made in black and white, but this is pretty good stuff. So we got Lady Arcane. She just always wears green. That's how you can tell it's Lady Arcane. And you've got Tigress. And I think she can turn into an actual cat and rob stuff and then come back to normal. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I just thought the character was weird looking and interesting. And even though, once again, this is like a 90s, 91, it still feels like an 80s book. Like there's just so much 80s going on to it. And I think she learns that that Tigress is not technically a villain, but she becomes, you know, even somebody she squabbles with, I think she's kind of a hero in her own right. Dear Diary. We got a lot of letters from this issue. League of Champions featuring Rose. I have a series, section of Rose comics. And it is good to see her whenever she crosses over into a Flare book, but she does have her own title. I just thought I'd point that out. And both of these costumes are so dated. I love them. Oops. That Cutey Honey book is really thin and flimsy. We're going to use these thicker comics to kind of prop it up there. I got a nice pile of League of Champions. I really need to go through my issues of Rose. I haven't done that for a long, long time. Can't remember any of them. I just remember that it was a book that I was able to track down and was pretty excited when I got. I think I even threw them in a video once, but I don't remember what they were on the inside, and that's what I want to do, is check out the insides. Schlap. All the others will remain fair game. To be continued. Featured Sparkplug on that page. Where you can order back issues. Oh, you gotta read it. I love these things in here. Let's see if we can look at it. 1991 Comic Reader Review Survey page. Your name. Did your parents read comics when they were your age or younger? Do your parents read comics now? In your opinion, has the general level of quality in comics over the last 5 years improved, stayed the same, or deteriorated? Last 10, last 20. For each of the 5 companies you listed above, what would you say that you buy all, most, or some, or few of the regular titles? Are you a comic book collector? What type of comics do you collect? Well, obviously, if you have this comic, you are. Would you say you buy your comics one location or at more than one location? Have you ever played a superhero role-playing game? Do you have the superhero? Okay, so there's a lot of role-playing questions because League of Champions has their own game. Anyway, that's pretty much it for that issue of Flare. I just thought it was cool. I think it's introducing the Tigress. I'm really excited by my Sparkplug books that just arrived last week. And it's always nice to have like another complete, another book to help complete my little pile of Cutey Honey, who I don't think has her own book, but I think just appears in other bizarre titles. Anyway, that's my story. Hope you appreciate these books. I thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.